Okay, we officially on today's daily. Okay, maggots. I don't really know what I want to be talking about again. I don't really know what I could be talking about. I know I need to mow a lawn. I need to fill up not my tank, fill my oil for my car. It's looking a little shifty right now. Shit, I'm on cat lock. Okay, but I need to fill up my car with some oil. It's warning me saying, hey, you need to change that oil, yes. It's probably about like 40-something%, maybe 30-something%, and I don't want it to get no lower. Just because. I guess I could fill my tank if I really felt like it too, but I don't know about that. I might not. It really depends on how I feel. So, yeah. Now, besides that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing today. To be truthful, I want to stream a little, but I also want to work on a future project. And by that, I mean I want to finish the project. And sneeze. Because, sneezing only happens when I'm fucking recording. But, things are getting pretty alright. I'm still not having the best mentality about things I want to do in life. Yet again, in so many different areas and degrees, I am like, oh shit, what do I do? Such as one. I might as well be serious for this next bit because it kind of is a serious conversation. I don't know where I want to live. Like, I don't know why it's just recently dawning on me. But for most of my plans for the future, I was like, I was pretty general. Like, I always said when I was younger, I want to live more in a more populated, more like outgoing area than where I currently do. Like, there's nothing wrong with where I currently live, but it's kind of boring. Like, I genuinely don't understand how people like find a lot to do besides video games. And like part of that's my biased opinion of like, I'm a gamer, like what the fuck do you do normally? Like, excuse you, like what do you do? But also like I'm just like, what do you do? Oh, I spend all day in the mall. Okay. I genuinely, I don't know what you're doing, and what can you possibly be doing? Like, I guess I kind of like see that in other areas too. Like, what could you possibly be doing? But at the same time, like, there's still like more conventions and big events happening, and there are things that happen here, but they're always like, because some of my friends have gone to a few of them that I haven't like had the opportunity and stuff to go to, and they're like, well, I expected to go there, and like people from like not around the world but from like hours away drive here for the, and he's like, no, it was all the other friends of mine that we didn't even like tell each other we were going. We just kind of showed up and like saw each other and started hanging out because we were the only people there at the stinking convention. And I'm like, ow. I'm like, okay. I guess the convention may not be something I want to go to. But yeah, so I don't know about going to conventions in my area. So I figured I'm kind of hoping that those other areas will. That was always my idea of just somewhere more populated, that more things are actually happening. That life will probably be just more entertaining, just as it is. The only problem is a lot of these other areas, if you go to like California, has the highest tax rate. So, yeah. It has the problem of like the increased taxes, increased bills, just all those types of things. And I'd have to have like a better job and stuff to be in those areas, and just so on and so forth. Which like I definitely could do. But at the same time, it's like, hey, never lived alone. Only 19, done with 1 year of college. Don't even want to go back. But yeah, that was just like one thing I always thought about, and then like I don't know why, but like yesterday, it just kind of dawned on me like, where do I want to go? like where even is more populated? And like I thought of like California, I thought of Florida, I thought of Texas. I thought, well, there are other areas, but those were like the first three that came to mind, and I really only wanted to think of three just to like start it off. Three is the magic number, man. Like just go to that number. So I came up with those three and was like, okay. You know, what do I want to do for a living? Like as I said in like the past, I kind of struggled with this one. The thing just I was always kind of generally broad with like, hey, I want to play video games. Oh, what the shit? What you called top? You called top. But well, at least I thought he did. Whatever. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, what type of job do I kind of want? You know, like I've thought of quite a few different things. You know, first off would be I wanted to program games. Well, not exactly program. I wanted to be like the main idea person behind video games and idea person behind what makes them fun and so on and so forth. And that was just one of my ideas, things that I wanted to do, things that could be successful. That was just like what I thought of. But then, you know, there's also been other times in my life where I'm like, hey, you know what wouldn't be a bad job? Until my teacher scared the shit out of me. Would be, you know, owning like a business. You know, I make technically 100% of the profit. You know, like whatever the heck it's called. Well, yeah, I know I need to like pay everyone else and I need to pay all the bills and everything for it, but you know, it's still like it's something. But you know, like paying the bills doesn't seem like it'd be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, but then my teacher, as I said, he scared the shit out of me, and he decided to tell me that, you know, all businesses, doesn't matter how big you are, always have the same issue. And I'm like, well, what issue is that? They don't make a profit for the first 5 years of being in business. Like, oh, that's a big issue. Wait a minute, what? And he's like, well, Microsoft, Disney, all these people, they originally didn't make any profit for the first 5 years they were in business. They had to withstand with, like, making nothing until, like, after that time frame, and then they actually started making something. And I'm like, how do businesses survive? And he's like, and then a very rare few of them actually make it through these 5 years. And I'm like, you know, you're teaching a business class right now, sir. Like, you're aware of this. It's not like, fuck off. It's not like you're just teaching some random class and no one to give some information. Like, you are teaching a business class with people that specifically want to go into business, and you're telling them that most likely, like, they're going to have an issue. And, like, I guess, you know, you gotta break the news to them, but at the same time, like, damn. Like, that's not what I wanted to hear. As I said, I did, that was one thing I always kind of thought of. I could just technically be, like, a higher-up type person for some sort of business in the world. I would love to, you know, like, either make spare money on the side through, like, games of, like, maybe just selling ideas to, like, indie companies or something like that. But and I would also love to, you know, actually work with them specifically, and actually come up with ideas and everything for games. And that can definitely be something. Shit. That I would love to do. I'm not saying that's gonna happen or anything, but as I said, I would love to, you know, actually produce games to have, you know, companies see what I'm capable of and like actually do it. And as I said, just be like a higher up for a company. Like, am I higher up? I mean someone that's like well paid. The main aspect is I need profit to, you know, live. I need money to, you know, sustain both myself, a family, other people. You know, leisure to just improve in life. So, you know, because of that, I was just like, it's just like what I would like to have. Now, what else is there? Other things. I don't really know, like, what else I really, you know, like, other options in life. Just things that I could do that, you know, I didn't really think about beforehand. I don't know, maybe for whatever reason I decide to go into something different, or I don't know. Just different things in life that I just started randomly thinking about, being like, huh. What about this? What about that? What about those? What about these? What about that? Things like that. Or I just I don't know what to do. Oh my god, you have terrible focus. But or I don't know. I always think of things pretty broadly. I think of the final destination in like but then I don't really think about one, like the path there, or two, like of a specific final destination. I always just very, very broad. And even with my game ideas, they're not really, those are kind of specific, but they can actually be, you know, in some degrees they can be very broad. Other degrees they're very specific. It kind of depends on what part you want to know. How did I just randomly get in there? Ziggs killed Ziggs. But I was trying to level up, where I don't know. Things in life are always confusing, are always difficult in general. It's just, you know, the way life is. I say good night.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Ah, shit. Or like some parts in games, like as I was talking about forever ago, the MOBA, where I have, I have very specific of like it's gonna be in the city, abilities that you're going to have in it. I have all of like that, most of that thought of. Different, you know, plans for what you can do, how you can upgrade things, stuff like that. for like the campaign mode. But then what I don't have thought of very well at all is what the city's going to look like, if it's going to be themed after a city that currently exists. Or anything like that. You gotta stop taking turret shots. Like what I'm gonna name the things like that. I generally, when it comes to like the landscape of any game, if I am the creator of it, you will not see a very well thought out landscape. Where just like like just the general area that you will explore is generally something that I don't really come up with well. Like even in the other game that I have, which is like a single player only game, which I actually have a name for, which is one of the few games I legit have like a name for that works and it can be good. And as I was saying, more like I won't have like any of like the area that you will explore. Also, like that game itself, that one, it's a open world, so you're capable of exploring wherever the hell you want to go in it. But then there are like missions that you need to walk to, and that you need to, like, once you start a mission, then it will actually keep you in a specific area, and it will close off part of the open world to you, and so on and so forth. And like I know the abilities that you're going to have, such as there's the teleportation ability, there's an ability to go invisible, there's things like that, there's like a magnetic ability. Like I know the abilities that you're gonna have, but the world itself, I have no idea what I'm going to have it look like, what characteristics of it's going to be, whether it's going to be more like I definitely know, like, I'll have some general parts of it, such as I know I want it to be like a bit like older, but more futuristic and like how it looks. But as I said, older, like older design in the sense of there's a slums, there's like just an area for the poor, then an area for the rich. There's like factories will generally be in a lot of different places. Let me think. There will be like specific areas that are guarded by the police. Like there will actually be, police stations. Just things like that. Like I know just general area, but I really don't know how I want the overall thing to really look. I don't know how I want the city itself to be formed, how... They have 2 taunts. And like that I will generally have kind of like broad, as I said, where I know some things that I want for how it's going to look, and other things I don't have the slightest idea. Hmm. Right again, I'm always thinking, like the final destination, never really how to get there. I'm always more like specific on some things, but very broad on others, and just like things like that. And as I said, like same with earlier, like I don't know where I want to, like ever really live. I know general things about it that I would like to have, but I know that some things you're just gonna have to sacrifice. The heck hit me right there? So I'm just like, it is things like that really, like the best. I like should I try to like think more precise, honestly, or am I fine just the way I am? I know I'm only like 19, but I do think about all these things, and I know I still have like plenty of life essentially. What the fuck that? Oh. But like I still like get really worried about these types of things. Like, what if I just never really come up with the answers for them and shit like that? But I don't know if I really should be worried with these things as I said before. Like, it's not like I'm really gonna be having to make the largest life decisions that soon. Anyway, I could potentially hold out longer and everything because I do have a family that would be fine with me doing that, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, it's just like these are still just things that I think about, that I think I really should get these done. I really should think about this. I don't know about become worried about it, but I at least should like contemplate it, make sure that things are probably at least going to go well. And I don't know, another serious conversation that started out as a very unserious daily. But whatever. Thank you all very much for watching today's daily, and I'm going to bid you all adieu. Goodbye.